Hey, book lovers, I'm Candace.
And I'm Chrissy. And you've just stumbled into your new favorite book club, Bookalicious Pod.
We're two sisters reading our way through fantasy, fiction, thrillers, and the occasional "what did we just read" moments.
Every week, we break down books chapter by chapter
with deep dives, hot takes, and detours into sisterly side combos.
Think a cozy book club mixed with a FaceTime call, sprinkled with a little chaos.
We don't hold back on the characters we love or the ones we love to hate.
We play games like Read It Like Reddit, Red Flag or Deal Breaker, and have Spotify polls for you to guess along with our plot theories.
If you've got a TBR pile a mile high, including ACOTAR or Freida McFadden,
or just want to feel like you're hanging with your bookish besties, hit play. This is Bookalicious Pod. I think so.
Welcome back.
Welcome. Man, maybe our backgrounds capture where we're at. Our state of mind.
Chrissy and I have started reading Freida McFadden's thriller. That's really hard to say. The Boyfriend. And
We're
you're
back.
right. We're back. We're back, baby. But I guess when Chrissy's reading it, she's really stressed out. And when I'm reading it, I think I'm at a girls' brunch.
Okay, honestly, I also think this is a fun read. I think it's great. I'm really liking it. But I think today I was just stressed. in
Oh my
general.
gosh, why?
So today I'm feeling dark. I had craziest things happen all about commuting. I was driving to downtown Miami, and on the way there, I got stuck at this light for like 10 minutes. It never turned green. I had to leave. I aborted the mission. I turned
Oh
down
my
another
God.
street. I don't know what happened. I'm guessing it was a drawbridge, but
Was it like an empty, were other people like weaving
oh, it was
around you,
packed.
honking?
No, everyone was just staying there. That's why I was like, do they know something I don't know? Why is no one else trying to get out of here? But you really couldn't go anywhere. But I just so happened to have like a little opening so
Yeah.
I could skirt out. So I don't know what happened.
Wow.
It was still red when I left.
I
So
hate that when I'm like, when you're driving or like you're in an elevator or something's happening and no one else seems worried and you're like, this is weird. Why is no one
yeah.
else like worried?
It was kind of weird that no one was honking. Although I would have hated it if people were honking because it's not like you could do anything, you know?
I think I would rather them be honking because then I would know that this is not normal.
Yeah. I have no idea what it was. But
Okay, so
I did the
you were at the
fatal
light for 10
flaw.
minutes.
Yeah. 10, yeah, there for 10 minutes. Fatal flaw was the map said, "Do you want to save 10 minutes and go a different route?" But you should always say no. But I said, yeah, and it took me there. So anyway, so that was thing number one. Thing number two was on the way back. When I had left this morning, I had like little, I don't know, like an eighth of a tank of gas. I don't know. It was like, it was getting low, but I was like, I have enough for here and back. But
Okay.
then when I started my car for the way
There
back,
and
the light was
back.
on. Yeah. Okay,
You
maybe it was more
started
than an
at
eighth.
8.
It was enough. It was enough, though.
Okay. I'm sweating.
Well, I wasn't until I got in my car to leave and the light was on. I said, "What?" And I was like, it was at 10 minutes at the light. Just drained all my gas,
Oh my
blasting the
gosh.
AC. So anyway, so then I was like, okay, fine, I'll go to the gas station. So I went to the gas station. I'm in downtown Miami. You know, it's hot, whatever. I turn off the car and I can't find my wallet. And I'm searching. I know. And I was like, oh. So anyways, turns out I didn't have my wallet. I haven't had it all week, actually, because I left it in the diaper bag, I guess on Sunday.
Do you have the
So
Apple Pay?
I do now. So I didn't have Apple Pay at first, but then I called Josh and Josh came to the rescue and I was able to set up
Yes.
Apple Pay and that really saved me today.
Oh my God.
So, and then after that it was fine, but still,
That's so
it was a
stressful.
bummer little afternoon.
That is so stressful. Have you ever run out of gas before?
No,
Me
like to where
either.
your car stops. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
no.
It's never happened to me. But Andrew likes to play the game of Russian roulette. And so like he'll let it get to E and he'll be like, "Oh, there's enough." And I'm like, "No, there's not enough. If there's like half of a tank, I'm like there might not be enough." And I drive a
Yeah.
Prius. So to Andrew's credit, there is always enough.
Runs off the sun.
Runs off the sun. I mean, it gets like 50 miles a gallon. Like, you
Wow.
know,
That's pretty
yeah,
amazing.
yeah. So, oh, that's so stressful.
Man.
Well,
Yeah. But we made it. But yes, I have a dark background and Candy's at brunch.
so my background, this is a scene from Sex and the City.
Oh, okay. Thought they looked familiar.
Yeah. So, because the beginning part of this book, before we hit the murder, it is feeling very much like Sex in the City brunch scene. Like the girls are hanging
Yes.
out, they're doing yoga, they're doing this, they're talking about dating, da 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 da. And then it turns into a thriller.
And then it turns into
It,
homicide.
it tur then it goes from Sex in the City and then
Serial
it
killer.
pans to Law and Order SVU. Olivia
It literally
Benson
does within
comes
one
onto the scene.
page. Uh, it's crazy. Frida at her wildest. But I think it's so fun actually. Because like all the girl scene stuff made it a fun
Yes.
read.
Are you feeling like this book is written differently from The Housemaid?
It feels super different. I think it's a lot funnier. Like she's leaning into the comedy. It felt a little bit like Sweetest Getaway writing, actually. Did you get any of those vibes?
I noticed that there was like a lot better descriptions. It
Mm-hmm.
felt like it, like you were saying, leaning into more of like the camp. Like I know my lane. I'm not actually an Agatha Christie or what's her name? Who did Frankenstein?
Oh, Shelley. Mary Shelley?
Shirley. Yeah. I'm not the Frankenstein girly. I'm not, the Agatha Christie. I'm writing like a campy comedy thriller.
I know. Are all of her books like that? Because I don't think I've heard people describe her like that.
I don't know. We
You
can't be
know?
the only ones that know that this is a comedy.
Well, I think this one is outright funny.
This one, yes,
Housemaid Secret, that whole series, it wasn't as outright. You had to know. You had to do some theorizing,
that's true. That's true.
piece it together.
But Millie as a character is just so like
Yeah.
wackadoo.
She is, and these characters seem a lot more reasonable,
Yeah. So,
at least so far.
okay. So this was published on October 1st, 2024.
Oh,
And when was The Housemaid?
is that 2020?
The Housemaid was 2022,
Oh, okay.
but
Wow. All right. What was her first book? Was her first book The Housemaid?
yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. So I'm wondering if part of it is probably that Frida has gotten better at writing. When was The Housemaid's Secret written? 2023. Okay. I'm thinking part of it is that she's gotten better at writing. She's probably has an editor, access to an editor or better editor. She probably has,
Hmm.
at this point, a team of people to talk about things. I can't
Yeah.
imagine that she's still in a silo doing this in the wee hours of the night. She's
She
working a
still
full-time
voice to
job.
text during
Yeah,
her surgeries.
during her surgeries. Yeah, she doesn't need to do that anymore. Now she can type to text.
Yeah. Okay, she actually had books before The Housemaid.
Oh,
If The Housemaid was in 2022, you said?
uh-huh.
Actually, she had a bunch because she had a lot of doctor ones.
Oh,
Interesting.
yeah.
Devil Wears Scrubs, Suicide Med, The Devil You Know. Maybe we do need another author recap on her. She has a lot of books here.
Well, because I remember from the original author recap, she was just writing them for fun. And so she had like
Mm-hmm.
a lot in her back catalog, and then she was just like self-publishing for like silly stuff. And then The Housemaid took off.
Oh,
And then I almost feel like she went back in time and like edited some of the earlier ones.
maybe
And part of the reason why she has so many is that she had just written
a bunch
she, a,
already.
a bunch. She had a bunch of ideas, but maybe they weren't like fully baked or 100% polished. So then she just kind of dusts them off, sends them out the door.
Yeah. Yeah. Huh. Interesting. Wow. All right. Well, maybe we can do some Frida trivia like we did J.K. Rowling trivia
Oh, that would
for
be so
another
fun.
episode. Yeah.
Yeah, I can do
There's
that
a
for
lot we
next
don't know
time.
about this lady.
That's true. She
Okay.
also doesn't want us to know, though.
Yeah. She herself is a mystery. Method acting.
Okay,
All
so
right.
are we going to judge this book by its cover?
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Oh, yeah. Well, now we have it on the screen.
Yeah. So let's describe
Okay.
this cover.
Yeah. So I think this is a pretty standard cover. It's like you're at a hotel room with the white sheets and they're all extra fluffy. And then there's a red tie that's like squiggling around on the bed.
Yep.
How do you describe that? Yeah, it's just on the bed.
It looks like, to me, it looks like a tie that was taken off quickly and thrown on the
Oh.
bed, probably for like a sexual tryst.
Oh, okay.
That's the vibe that I'm in a hotel room and I'm just like ripping off my clothes. That's what I'm seeing with that tie.
Okay. I thought the way you're going to go with that was it was used, abusively, like choking someone with the tie, like a noose sort of thing.
Having context of the book, having read 30%, I think that's probably more of what it was. I think that was the, hidden intention. But if I were just looking at it when I first looked at it, I thought it was
Mm,
more of
okay.
like
I see. Yeah, it's just thrown on there. Yeah, yeah,
thrown on
yeah.
there.
This wasn't someone just coming home from work throwing
Right.
their tie on the bed. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
it does look like that. But then the end of the tie, there's a smattering of blood. Looks like just a little bit.
It looks just like a little bit. And then it's almost in like a bullet hole fashion.
Oh, it does kind of look like that.
I
Oh,
need
wow,
as
we're already doing some investigating. What's that profession called when you look at blood
an uh, mm,
splatter?
toxologist.
Hmm.
Okay, I'm
I'll
zooming in
try
on
to look for it.
this
Forensic
and
expert.
forensics. Yeah. Okay, here, I'll
Yeah.
share my screen. Okay, this is alarming. You can buy this book for $30 online.
30 at Walmart?
Absolutely not. Do not do that. You can get it on Kindle Unlimited. Okay. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay, what does that look like?
Could be. I don't know though. I don't
Just
know
how
if a
it's in like
bullet would
that
make sense.
circle. I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, I'm trying to imagine how all that would work, but you're right. It's in a circular sort of thing.
It's in a circular
Spot.
fashion, but knowing Frida, she just got this off Canva, so it probably doesn't mean anything.
No, this one looks different from the housemaid. This looks like a few steps up, I think.
Oh, you think so?
I think so. You don't think so?
Let's look at the housemaid.
Well, now the housemaid covers changed to Sydney and
Oh, yeah,
what's
I
her face?
know.
Amanda. The
Uh,
keyhole.
yeah. You see, it's like it's the same font. The
Yeah, maybe you're right. The big font too.
I'm realizing now the shadow around the keyhole doesn't make any sense. It makes it look like the keyhole is like popping out.
Maybe it could be.
Maybe.
I mean, no keyhole's that big either. Can you imagine a giant key? Nina's like, oh, here you go.
It does show like a crazy amount of her face.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's go back
She's
to the
like going to
boyfriend.
Narnia. All right. So the boyfriend. So I think it's a good cover. I think it's great for the genre. Very
Yeah.
thriller,
Yeah.
draws you in.
Yep.
It sets you up, I think, for what the book's about. Thriller,
Hmm.
romance, dating, blood.
Yes.
Hmm. Outside of this pod, I would not have picked it up. But that's not a reflection of the cover. It's a reflection of my interests.
Okay. So now that you are kind of liking thrillers, if we weren't reading this for the pod, would you read it on your own?
I don't know. I mean, since it's free on Kindle Unlimited, maybe.
Yeah.
Like if I needed a plain book, maybe I could see myself going to Frida
Yeah.
for some entertainment.
I would 100% read this book.
I know.
Really up my
Well,
alley.
okay. Yeah. Well, okay. So I have a question for you because I do like this book as a thriller, but partly I like it because I know it's so safe because it's Frida. And in the beginning, we're
Mm,
just having girls' night. And so
yeah.
even when the murder happens, it still feels very like surface level scary. You
Yes.
know, it's like Nancy Drew, just some more adult
Yes.
themes are happening. Nancy Drew, yeah, as a in her 20 somethings.
Hmm.
So, but yeah, but you like thrillers, but you like this one because it's Frida, or do you like the lighthearted aspect?
I think now that I know it's a comedy thriller, I think it's fun and it's camp. If
Mm-hmm.
you don't know that it's comedy, then you it was like when I first read The Housemaid. You don't really know what it is that you're reading. It's very like confusing. It doesn't really make sense. You're like kind of shocked at some of the words that you're reading. You can't believe that you're seeing it in a book. So, because how it presents itself is a very serious thriller. How it reads is a comedy. So it's confusing.
That's true. Are you talking about the boyfriend or the housemaid
All of
or
them.
both? I think that's a great point. Okay, but I feel like the difference though is this one, I think it's clear from like the first two pages that this is comedy.
Yeah.
Housemaid, definitely not. And I'm not even sure if her intention was comedy with the housemaid because I really feel like we got the comedy aspect starting in book two. Because the first book, some of it was kind of crazy. I remember us commenting on that. We're like, who writes like this? Or like, who talks
Yeah.
like this?
Yeah.
So, but I don't remember it
Yeah.
being as like I don't remember the actions of what happened of us being like, this is insane. We're on a spaceship. Although until the very end, we were.
At the very end. By the very end, we knew. I think Frida was like figuring out her writing style. And maybe that's why I like this one so much more, is because it feels like she's just leaning into like,
Yeah.
this is my freak flag. Comedy horror. Here I come.
I didn't know I needed that fusion.
Yeah, exactly. So
Could
that's what
see
I
it.
think.
Yeah. All right. So you like the cover?
Like the cover. I'd read it.
We are reading it.
We are. We're doing
We're
it.
freed in it.
Do not buy it on Walmart for $30 for free on Kindle Unlimited.
I mean, if you want to support Frida in that way, why
I
not?
don't even think she would get that much money for it.
Probably more than Kindle.
Maybe more than Kindle. I don't know. But I feel like just because the bookstore sells it for more doesn't mean that they necessarily get more. I feel like they get
No,
like a
I don't
fixed
think so.
rate for the book.
Yeah,
I
I
think
kind
you'd
of
be,
feel like that's true.
yeah, I feel like you'd just be giving Walmart more money and they just don't need it.
I'm sure by reading on Kindle, we're also giving Amazon money.
And yeah, they don't need it either. But you know what? Okay.
Walmart
Okay.
almost feels like shopping local at this point. I feel like.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah,
Oof.
wild. All right, but we ready?
We're ready.
Okay, well, welcome to Bookalicious, a
Wait,
podcast. What?
we have to read our reader mail.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, I'll welcome everybody first. Welcome to
Okay.
Bookalicious, a podcast where two sisters chat about books we're reading. I'm Chrissy.
And I'm Candace.
And before we get to the boyfriend, we'll make our own little thriller.
Oh my
We'll
God.
read our own content. This was the craziest piece of content we've ever received.
It was unbelievable and
I
a little
know.
horrifying.
I was excited. I thought this was amazing.
I know. Chrissy, why don't you read it?
All right. Okay, let me pull up the goodies. Okay, subject line, splattered mess. Dedicated fans will know. New fans will figure it out as I read this. She said, "Hey, I left a comment like over a year ago, and I had just recently started listening again. I pressed the wrong episode, Somewhere Beyond the Sea, Part 1, and I heard you guys mention my comment." What? I think that's crazy that she randomly selected an episode. She didn't even mean to pick it, and it was
That's
just so happened to
wild.
be the one we mentioned.
It might have been where she left off, and so it just like autoplayed, but that
Oh,
is
maybe, yeah.
crazy.
That's true. That is crazy. Okay. So, as of right now, I'm on Somewhere Beyond the Cerulean Sea, part two. And yes, okay. So we should maybe, her comment was something about like best book podcast I've found. Such a big fan. I've been listening since Elantris. And we said, no way.
No way.
Because what followed Elantris was Lessons in Chemistry. And we know no one listened to that one. We don't want to listen to that one.
I didn't even put it on YouTube. I said it ain't worth it.
Really? I think that's good.
Really?
Good choice. Okay, so she said she's on Somewhere Beyond the Sea, part two. And yes, I listened to Elantris and Lessons in Chemistry again. What? You listened to it
What?
twice? That's
You
incredible.
listened to it
She,
twice?
well, I don't know. She said again. I'm just now reading this email. Is that what she meant? Probably she didn't listen to it twice.
Who could do that? Oh my God.
That would have taken her 2 years to go
That's
through
why
it
that's why it
twice.
took her a whole year to get
Yes,
to
to get to
Cerulean
Cerulean
Sea.
Sea. Oh my gosh. Wow, that's crazy, but that's amazing. She said, I am a huge fan and will be becoming a Patreon soon. Oh my gosh, thanks. She signs off as Melanie. Thank you, Melanie. You guys
Yes.
are the best book club podcast. Wow. That's Melanie, just wait till you get past lessons in chemistry.
Oh my
I think you'll
God.
find it gets a lot better.
Unless she finds out, you know what? They're really not sticking to their roots here. You're talking too much about the book.
That's true. I mean, maybe Melanie was into the lessons in chemistry, and you're right. She actually won't like everything we've made since.
Oh, time
That's
out.
possible.
Your microphone.
Um, Okay, so she said that she's a huge fan, best book club podcast. That is so kind, Melanie. She said the only one that I've liked compared to, oh, that I've liked that compares to you is the Real Weird Sisters. That sounds
Yes.
right. Have you listened to them?
I haven't, but I'm looking them up now, and they are a Harry Potter podcast. I think I'm
Oh,
gonna
that's
reach
so
out to them.
fun. Yeah, that could be cool.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah, we should. Wow.
Yeah.
Thanks for the suggestion, Melanie. She says, I can't wait to catch up to the most recent episodes as I go along. I'm a big fan from Melanie Splattered Mess.
Yes.
Wow. That was such a fun email to get. Thank you, Melanie.
Amazing.
I loved that. Honestly, that made me so happy. It's like, wow, because her comment has been there since the very beginning. I've
Yeah.
always wondered, who is Splattered Mess?
We never
Did she
heard from him
actually
again.
listen?
I know.
Is she a robot?
I know. Well, she won't hear this for another year. She's got a lot of catching up to do.
Oh yeah, Melanie, you got a lot. You probably do want to listen to all of the Housemaid series before we spoil it in these episodes.
Oh, yes. And probably Perfect Marriage, Perfect Divorce. Let's throw that in there.
Yeah, probably
Yeah.
Harry
Okay.
Potter.
And Harry Potter and Gone with
Wow.
the Woods, and we'll spoil
Yeah.
everything and just
Yes.
whatever.
We don't
Okay.
even care.
We don't even care
Wow.
anymore.
Well, thank you, Melanie. Great email. Thanks for joining
Great
the book
email.
club. Love hearing
Mhm.
from you guys.
Yes. Oh, and if you, dear listener, are thinking, oh my God, I want my email read aloud, it's really fun. All you have to do is send us an email, 5-star review, please and thank you, leave a comment, do a poll, do all the things, tell a friend. All right, let's start.
Yeah. Good sales pitch.
Yeah,
Okay. All right. Are we ready for our book summary?
let's do it.
Hard turn back to the boyfriend.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right. So this book, back to book things, 40 minutes in. So this book is two different perspectives, two different timelines.
Yes.
But unlike another book we've read, it's very clear that
Yes.
there's present day and past day. All right. So I'm going to summarize present day first. You think? Or maybe past day.
I
Let's
always
do
like
past.
chronological. I always
Yeah,
like
let's do past. I
chronological.
think that would work better, actually. All right. So here is the before timeline. So
Okay.
the year is unknown, but I was getting 90s vibes. What do you think?
I was thinking like 80s.
It felt like but it felt like earlier than 90s maybe, but I'm trying to think about how this would piece together with the present day timeline. The present day timeline is in the 2020s. So I was like, I feel like these characters are still involved. Oh, I guess they could be 80s. Yeah, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, because
Okay,
she's like late 30s.
you're right. You're right. Okay, so actually 80s, 80s sounds pretty good.
But he would have been 15 in the 80s. So that means he was born.
I think that's still reasonable enough, though.
Okay. Yeah,
He would have
it's
been like 15, 12, 10 to 15 years older than our main character is in present day.
yeah, which isn't the
I don't think
craziest
that's
thing.
crazy.
Well, regardless, the vibe I'm getting is no technology, no cell phones.
Yeah.
We're, looking up a newspaper to try to find out like who was murdered 3 years ago.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Right.
Yeah,
Walking home after school. Feels
walking.
it's very small town, Leave It
Yeah,
to Beaver-esque,
yeah.
but with a seedy underbelly.
Okay.
Okay, so now we're getting 80s vibes.
Yes.
Something like
Why
that.
not?
All
Hmm.
right. We're following Tom, a high school boy who has been in love with Daisy since he was 4 years old. Okay, time out. I just realized Tom and Daisy. Do you know where else we've heard those character names? Not on a book we've read on the pod, but on another book that you have read long ago.
Oh my gosh. Is that, I was going to say Driving Miss Daisy, Great Gatsby?
Great Gatsby, Tom Buchanan, Daisy Buchanan. I I don't know. I feel like that's too much of a coincidence for her not to be drawing on that. There's Jay Gatsby, and we have a Jake here.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't know. Wow, Frida, 5 years into her writing, she's pulling out all these literary references.
Up until now, I thought Frida has just been using a random name generator.
It kind of feels like that. They're all like
The
pretty
names,
basic names.
yeah,
You kind of get confused with them.
yeah. Like what's their name? Bonnie,
They all sound the same. Yeah.
Allison. Why not?
It does sound like random name generator. Okay, so
Yeah.
this time it was kind of funny though. It was Tom and Daisy.
Okay, Tom and Daisy.
All right. Okay, so Tom is a high school boy who has been in love with Daisy since he was 4 years old. Tom
Mhm.
has a best friend named Slug. That was not on the random generator. Whose popularity plunged in kindergarten when he ate bugs and has since never recovered. Slug is in love with every girl, but especially Allison, Daisy's best friend. Allison unfortunately hates Tom's guts and hates Slug even more, so she seems an unlikely love interest for Mr. Slug.
Yes.
Daisy, however, seems all about Tom. He offers to walk her home, she accepts, and after a few days of this, they share their first kiss. Daisy invites Tom to volunteer with her at the health fair, where she introduces him as her boyfriend. Tom has
Hmm.
never been happier, and it feels like all of his dreams are coming true.
Yes.
Mhm. However, should I go on?
Yes.
There are a few dark details with the story. I basically only said half of it. All right. Four
You
details.
said
Number
it.
one.
You
Yeah.
said the story how Daisy perceived what has happened.
Yes, that is true. Daisy, she's just a happy girl living her best life with her new boyfriend.
Yes. Daisy's
Tom,
dad. Daisy's dad is chief of police
oh,
constable.
police. That's right. I forgot about that.
Hmm.
Yeah. She is very nice and safe in their picture perfect home.
Yes.
Tom has a different perspective.
Hmm.
So, first seedy or dark detail is Tom's father. So, or at least the guy, the husband in this relationship. I have doubts as to whether it's his
Me
father.
too. Okay. Hmm.
I think so.
Hmm.
All right. So, this guy abuses Tom's mother. Tom often wakes up to his mother screaming in pain after his dad comes home late from the bar and beats her. Tom hates his dad and wants to protect his mom. Detail number two. There is a girl from their town who went missing about 4 months ago. They all think she ran away. Tom was her math tutor, but was never involved in any of the police investigations. Why would he be? He was only her tutor. Number three. Tom has kissed a girl before, but we don't know who she is or how it all went. All we know is that Tom says he's the only one alive who knows that they kissed. And the last detail. Tom wants to be a surgeon, And he has a strange obsession with blood, knives, jugular veins, and harming people. We haven't seen him harm anyone, but he has had numerous dreams of drowning or amputating Daisy, all of which he wakes up relieved that it was just a dream. And when he volunteered at the health fair, he pricks Daisy's finger for the glucose test and spends a little too much time contemplating her blood. Daisy seems a little perplexed, but just brushes it off.
Okay. So throughout the book, we're reading about Tom, and it feels very obvious that he is the villain of the story.
But he can't be.
It
So
feels too
obvious.
obvious, right? Now,
But he's gotta be.
could it be that it's not a whodunit, but a who is it? Like, who is Tom?
Oh, who is Tom now?
Mm-hmm.
I think that makes sense. I kind of feel like Tom and Slug are in cahoots, and they've morphed into two other characters that we meet in present day.
Yes.
But is it that obvious?
That feels pretty obvious.
I know. Freida always has the twists.
Now, Tom is always talking about how he is really interested in blood and pulses, and he seems very much like a serial killer in the making.
Yeah.
And then he talks about the girl that he kissed that no one else knows about. What if, and I just made this up, what if he kissed a dead body,
Oh,
but he didn't kill it? Like he was at the morgue or something.
I think, oh, that's great, actually. Yeah. I could see that. I could see that. So you don't think he made, I didn't write down her name, but the girl who disappeared, you don't think he's involved with her disappearance and that was his interest?
If I'm reading the book as it's presented, clearly Tom is the person who made her disappear.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm reading the book with my Freida lens on, it can't be Tom. Therefore, Tom is making out with dead bodies at the morgue.
Oh, you know what? Actually, yeah, I could see that. That's a good one, actually.
Do we know what Tom's dad's job is?
I don't think it says. It only talks about him going to the bar, I think.
This is why I wish I had a book instead of a Kindle. Because I feel like it's a lot easier
Kindle's
to
great.
thumb
You can
through.
search.
What would I
Do the
search,
search
though?
function. I know. Dad?
Dad? Let me just flip through really quickly.
I think we know. I can try to help find it, too.
Because that would be the only way that that would make sense. Is if his dad worked at like a funeral home or a morgue.
Mm.
Tom is described as very tall. And he's kind of lanky right now, but you can tell he's going to be a good-looking guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we know what his dad's job is.
If he's a mortician, that'd be too obvious. If they told us.
Yeah, if they told us. If he's a mortician, he's kissing the dead bodies. And learning about Tom as a red herring and Slug as the villain.
I could see all that. I could see all that. I could see them working in cahoots, though, too.
Oh, tag teaming it.
So they're both the villain.
Well, so Tom is a freak, okay? But Slug is unable to get any girlies.
Mm-hmm.
I could see either one of them being the killer because for Tom, it'd be easy because he's a weirdo, but girls like him. They're attracted to him. He lures them in, and then he kills them.
I could see all that.
Slug would be the unwanted lover, unrequited love, and he gets mad and like kills people.
Or so what? They're just doing it for fun now?
Well, I'm just saying if Slug's the villain, that would be his motive. If Tom's the villain, that would be his MO.
Mm. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I could see something like that.
Do you think Tom, so do you think Tom is the killer or do you think it's someone else?
I just feel like it's so obvious if it's Tom. But at this point, I don't really have a my best theory is that they're in cahoots
Okay.
and they're tag teaming it, and we can get into that when we meet the current day characters. But like they have to be involved somehow, unless what Tom turns into the police officer, the investigator guy. He could be that.
Oh,
I did have that theory
interesting. He gets like a name
because they have
change.
similar mannerisms.
Oh,
Only one similar mannerism. So maybe it was just a common
what was it?
writing phrase. They so the scene with Tom is he crushes a flower by accident, and Daisy's like, or no, he picks up a flower, and Daisy's like, "Oh no, you killed the flower!" And then he like puts his hand to his chest and says, "Oh, I'll never do it again." And then Jake, I forget exactly what the scenario is, but he says he puts his hand to his chest and says like, "Oh, I'll promise to do my best," or something like that. But I don't know. That
Oh.
could just be coincidence.
Well, you know, in Perfect Marriage, I was all about those green eyes.
Oh yeah,
A
that's
perfect
true.
divorce. So I'll go on. I'll jump on that ride. I'll ride with you all the way to the end, baby.
Yeah.
That's all I
At the
need.
very end, he'll pull up his mask. Yeah,
Oh my God. Thank God I didn't
they're
get
the
picked for jury
same.
duty. That's all I need. I'm like convicted. Their eyes the same color.
You're like, that makes no sense. You're like, no, I know. I read thrillers.
I read thrillers. It's the twist. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah. Trust me.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Interesting.
What do you think between Slug and Tom? And are either of them actually the killer?
I think Tom's the red herring. Slug is the killer. Tom is the medical boyfriend. I think he becomes a doctor.
Okay, we haven't gotten there yet,
I know.
but
So we'll,
yeah,
but we'll,
circle
we'll,
back.
we'll circle back. All right. Let's go to the
Okay.
after.
Well, all right. There is
Oh,
also this one line though from the before that
oh.
just want to remind ourselves of. So Tom and Slug are at Tom's house. Tom's dad just left. Tom is like, "Oh, I hate that guy. He beats up my mom." And then he says, "I just feel like I could kill him sometimes." And then Slug says, "Why don't you?" And
Oh,
Tom says,
yeah.
"What?" And Slug says, "Nothing wrong with killing someone if he deserves it." Actually, there is. Not really. It's illegal. I would go to jail. Only if you get caught. That's Slug's philosophy. So I
Mm.
don't know. I just want to bring that up because it sounds important.
Okay. Question. I was going to ask you this and I forgot. If Tom killed his dad, would that be like the worst thing ever?
Oh, he's kind of saving his mom by killing his dad,
Yeah.
you know? So it's not great. It's not the worst thing, especially if it's like his dad is beating his mom and
Hmm.
it's either the dad or the mom. I mean, that's like out of self-defense at that point,
Yeah.
you know?
So you'd say
So,
manslaughter, not murder.
yeah, if it were in that context. But I mean, if Tom just sneaks up at him in the middle of the night, that is murder. I also see why he would do it,
Yeah.
but still murder. I don't know. Like, I don't know if that makes it
I
better or
know.
worse,
I
you know?
know.
I don't know.
To the law, it would be guilty, but in my mind, innocent.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe it is good you're not on jury duty.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't know.
That's an important line that you pulled out, though, because I remember reading that and being like, that is like a crazy thing to say. And then I forgot about it
Mm-hmm.
until you just said it. That would make sense if they were tag teaming it.
Exactly.
And we do
I
have a
think so.
tag team that comes up later.
Oh, which one?
You know, I'll say it when we get to it.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So anything else over here?
Do you think Daisy's gonna die? Or Allison?
Kind of seems like it. Feel like it's gonna be Daisy. Her life is going too good.
Yeah.
She can't make it.
Yeah, she can't make it out of this
Or
book. No
Daisy.
way.
Do you think it'll be Tom, or do you think it'll be another accident, or do you think Tom might be blamed for it, even if it's not him?
I I could see the first girl going missing was Slug.
Oh, you think?
Yeah. And then if they're working together, Slug kills the first one. That's why he's so cavalier about it.
Mm.
Then something happens. Tom kills his dad. Slug helps him get rid of the body.
Oh, yeah.
Now they're like this. Slug kills Allison.
Oh, okay.
Now Tom is obligated to help Slug because of the dad.
They're in it together.
Now they're in it. And then off to the races. Who knows what happens to Daisy?
Actually, I think that's really good. Okay, yeah, because I could see Slug was with, I forget the girl who disappeared, but he's with her and he's like, "Hey, why don't you go on a date with me?" And she's like, "No, you smell." She says something that's offensive to him, or maybe she
Yeah.
says something about his family. So then he feels like she does deserve it.
Yeah.
That's his whole philosophy. Yeah, so he knocks her off. And then, yeah, I think that's exactly right. And then once Tom kills his dad, calls on Slug for help.
Yep.
Now they're together forever.
They're in it.
Mm.
And Tom's already a freak, so he's not getting out.
Yeah. Oh man, so sad. I
I
could see
know.
that because Tom's kind of sweet. He doesn't want to be a serial killer.
Yes. He, you can tell, yeah, you can tell that like he could kind of go either way, but you know for sure that he should not be in the medical community, and that's exactly where he's going.
Yeah, please do not give him sharp objects and
No,
people under anesthesia.
no. That's why, like, I gotta know what Tom's dad's job is. Is he a doctor? Is he a
I don't think
mortician?
so. The feeling I get is like auto worker because it mentioned his car once. He's like wearing jeans.
I was
Maybe
getting,
was he wearing a suit?
no, I was getting the vibes of like blue collar worker coming home with a case of beer, a wife
Right.
beater shirt on, and then he literally beats his wife.
I know.
Like,
Or what you wear.
you are what you wear. Yeah. That's exactly how I imagine Tom's dad. I'm not imagining him as like a professional doctor or a mortician, but
Right. I know. Because it doesn't sound like they have a ton of money either.
no.
They're trying to make ends meet, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, so I think doctor's out of the picture. I could see an unsuccessful mortician,
What makes a successful mortician?
a really busy morgue if you're in a
Well,
small
it's a small
town.
town.
Yeah.
Maybe the dad hires Slug. He says, I need more business.
Oh my God. He's like, I got bodies to burn. Hurry up.
Yeah.
Well, that could be how they get rid of some of the bodies too.
Oh, ooh, that could be good.
Yeah, that's a classico way
Yeah.
to get rid of a good old body is have a
Oh,
morgue
yikes.
already. Yeah.
Wow. And Tom's dad, he's like, oh, he just fell in. It was a work accident. I don't know how it happened.
Yes. Okay. I think that's all I have.
I think so too. Ready
Okay.
for present day?
Present day.
Okay, present day. This is the girls' night.
Yep.
So it's present day, New York City, and our story revolves around three ladies, Sydney, Bonnie, and Gretchen. Three gals who are all on dating apps and trying to find the one. Gretchen has been going steady with Randy, the apartment handyman. Bonnie has been going on dates every other night for years, but has recently decided to go exclusive with Dr. McCarty.
Ooh, ooh.
Sydney goes on a date with Kevin, yeah, who turns out to be an aloof dud who says she has flabby arms and she makes her pay more than her share of the check.
Oh
To
my
make
God.
matters worse, I know that's when it was comedy though.
I know. It was
It was
crazy.
hilarious. All of it. I was like, oh my gosh. Like you couldn't imagine a worse date.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, to make matters worse, he insists on walking her home and then assaults her. Thankfully,
Mm-hmm.
hunky mystery man comes out just in time and tells Kevin to bug off. Kevin finally leaves, and Sydney feels immediately connected to Mystery Man. She thinks he's going to ask for her name or number, but instead, he walks away.
Okay, time.
Hmm.
Do you think Kevin is Slug and the mystery man is Tom?
That was my thought. That was my theory.
And this
But
would
it
be
seems
them
too
tag
obvious.
teaming. It does seem.
Right. Mm-hmm. Where she's like, oh my gosh, Kevin, so gross. But then it makes Mystery Man seem even more alluring and perfect. So then when
Mm-hmm.
he comes back a second time, she's like, of course I'll go on a date with you.
Yeah.
I
Because
know.
Kevin's described, they're all very tall men, all of these men, very
Mm-hmm.
tall. But Kevin is like very noodly tall.
Right. Mm-hmm. And
And
yeah.
go for it.
Well, I was going to say, and his dating profile picture did not seem to be an actual picture of him. So it was like a fake
Oh, that's
profile.
right. It was like a fake profile.
So probably his name isn't even Kevin. We don't know.
Yes. He Kevin really fits for Slug because he is just like so horrific with women.
Yes. Uh-huh.
And he seems like he's never spoken to a woman in his life.
I know, but it's so we and but he thinks it's going so well. He's like, wow, we had such a good connection.
Yeah.
But if they're putting up a ruse, then maybe that's part of it. Because I can't imagine someone actually thinking that.
I mean, you'd be surprised, but
I guess so.
any any person with like their facilities intact and some self-awareness would know that it did not go well.
Right.
Would
But
that be
not
a
Kevin.
at what point of that date would it have been a deal breaker?
Oh my gosh. The flabby arms are pretty bad. I don't think I would like walk out at that point. So basically, it was just a terrible conversation and the flabby arms, which I'm like,
And
I
the
would probably stick it
catfishing.
out too. Catfishing. Oh, of the fake picture.
Hmm.
But he was like, that is me. So then I'd be like, well, all right. Maybe.
You're like, oh my
I think
God, we
I've,
need to swing by the psych ward. We need to
yes.
clean off those mirrors in your house. Like, okay,
Oh my gosh. I know. Yeah. So, but then he insists on walking her home. And I kind of got what Sydney said, where she was like, I just want this to be done. Like, he can walk me a street over, and then I'll say it's my apartment. Then, I'll actually go home.
yeah,
That didn't seem crazy. The only downside was they took all these streets that were really empty.
yes,
They were not taking the bustling main street,
yeah.
which was the issue. So I don't know. I think maybe I would have stopped at him walking me home though. At least I hope I would, but I see why she didn't, you
I
know?
see exactly how she got there. And I think even though I talk a big game, the
Mm-hmm.
deal breaker probably would have been the flabby arms for sure. But the picture, I think I would have felt the same way where I'm like, okay, this is weird, but let me give you a chance and just see. And then the
Yeah,
flabby arms, I'd be like, I'm out. But I wouldn't have the cojones
walked out.
to just be like, hey, I'm not feeling it.
Right.
I'm out of here.
Mm-hmm. I know. That's pretty
Even
hard to
though
do.
it is. And even though like Sydney had been disrespected so many times in that date, and if I were her, I would have been disrespected. I wouldn't feel comfortable disrespecting a person
Mm. Mm-hmm.
to like not even complete the dinner and be like, I'm leaving. Like I can't even tolerate you for an hour. I must go.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. Like you just want it to go as fast as possible at that point.
Yeah. And then
I think
him
so.
splitting the bill and then saying, oh, well, I paid for your dinner.
Yes. And she's paid for like 5 of his beers.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. I know. Man, all of it's crazy. But I think this is good move on Frida. Just like Housemaid where she painted her into a good corner. I
Yep.
think this was exactly how it would go
Yes.
for me and a lot of people.
I think so. I
Hmm.
really felt for Sydney.
I know. Would you have asked for Mystery Man's name and number, you think?
I think so. I think I would have been like, hey, let me take you to coffee or something. And like, thank you.
Mm-hmm. That's a
I
good way
think
to
I would
say
have,
it.
yeah, I think I would have done it like that. Like, or let me take you to dinner. Like, I gotta thank you. Like, oh my God, like you saved my life. It's the least I could
Mm-hmm.
do. I think I would have done that.
That would have been pretty smooth.
Yeah.
Sydney didn't think of it, though.
She didn't. And she has a bleeding condition, which I'm sure will come up. But like,
Oh, that's right.
she's
Uh-huh.
like a, what do you call it? Like a hemophiliac or a hemoglobin.
Yeah. I forget what the condition is that she has, but yes, it makes her bleed a lot.
Hemophilia. They didn't say that, but she didn't say that. But hemophilia is a rare inherited bleeding disorder where the blood does not clot properly. And then so
Mm-hmm.
if you get a little cut, you bleed uncontrollably.
Right. There's
Fun
Freida.
fact, what royal person had hemophilia?
Oh, I actually feel like we were just talking about this. Dang.
We were?
No, I don't think you and I were, but I think this actually came up
Oh.
in class that I had this week.
Oh.
Um, Man, I can't remember. I don't know. Who?
Anastasia's little brother, Tsar Nicholas.
Oh, okay, no. I think we're talking about something else then.
All right. So you know
Okay,
Anastasia?
so what about this?
You know Anastasia.
Uh, I don't know if I do.
Anastasia? The Lost Princess? There was a whole movie
Oh,
about it?
oh, I know the movie. I don't know the actual story though, I
Okay, well,
guess.
that's the story. Anyway,
Okay.
so the czars, the Russian czars, the husband married
Oh.
his wife, but they were like not inbred, but they were like pretty closely related. And
Yeah.
so there's they had kids and they had four daughters, and then they finally had a son, Nicholas, and he was the prince heir, but he had hemophilia. And so he had this clotting disease, and it was like really dangerous at the time because you can have like
Mm,
internal bleeding. And so he was very, very sick. And so, anyway, part of that is what led to the
interesting.
downfall of the last Russian czar
Oh, because he was
because
like Geiderly.
well, there's that, the line died, but the mom got in with this guy named Rasputin, who's the villain in the cartoon movie. And she
Oh.
was trying to cure her son, but he was just actually just really evil and manipulative. That plus a bunch of other things. So there was a lot of civil unrest. And then I think there was like a civil war or something. And then they're like, you're out of here, King Nicholas and family. And then they murdered everyone.
Wow. Oh my
But they said
gosh.
that Anastasia, they said that she had sewn diamonds into the bodice of her dress. So when she went to get
Oh.
shot, they said that she didn't get killed. And so years later, someone presents herself and she says, I'm the lost princess Anastasia. And she lived that way for many years. But then
Oh.
they did DNA testing afterward, and she was not Anastasia.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
Whoa. Bold move.
I know.
Whoever that was.
Hmm.
Interesting, man. I gotta rewatch that Disney movie and probably the real movie.
I know. Very, very interesting. Okay. Anyway, so she has hemophilia.
Okay, yeah.
That's going to come up again.
I'm sure it is. Yeah. That's probably how they're gonna find the killer or something.
She's
Like
going to like
he'll
cut.
think she's already dead, but she's not. I
Oh.
could see that.
That's better than what I was gonna say, where she's like gonna like cut her finger and like leave like a little
Leave a
Hansel
trail.
and
Little
Gretel.
Hansel and
Yeah.
Gretel. I could see that too. I mean,
She's like the
that's
bloodhounds, they'll find
possible.
it.
Yeah. They'll know it's me.
Yeah.
I could see that. Okay.
All right.
All right. So that was your date with Kevin. She meets Mystery Man. Uh, the next day or a few days later, the gal pals have a great morning together doing yoga and grabbing coffee, and Sydney debriefs all these juicy happenings to the squad. As Sydney and Bonnie walk back to their apartment, they run into Kevin.
Ugh.
Kevin tries to make amends with Sydney, but she obviously is uninterested. Bonnie steps up and defends her and threatens to call 911. Kevin backs off, but tells Sydney she'll be sorry for giving up what they had. Mm. Scary.
That's
All
what makes
right.
me think they're not in cahoots because that's too crazy. Who would like put a target on their back like that?
Gretchen.
Yeah.
You mean like why would Kevin draw attention to himself like that?
If Kevin slash Mystery Man were Slug Tom and they were in cahoots trying to get these women to fall into Mystery Man's hands, like why would Kevin go all the way as to threaten her in front of someone else?
I know.
Because
Unless it's like,
if they're gonna
well,
attack her, you don't
hmm
want to have like this random Kevin
I
guy.
know. I kind of agree. And also, yeah, so Kevin wasn't involved with Bonnie because we were thinking Kevin might be the opener and then Mystery Man is the closer.
Yeah, exactly.
But he wasn't for Bonnie. She'd never seen him
Oh,
before.
because Bonnie would have recognized him.
Right.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
that's a good point.
So at least she doesn't say that she recognized him, but she was very private about her dates. So
She also said she went on hundreds of dates.
that's true. So maybe she would have forgotten. That's possible. But I feel
I,
like a guy like Kevin, you wouldn't forget.
yeah, you would be like, I need to remember him forever and ever and ever so that I never
I
pick up his phone
know.
call again.
Yeah. You know who to avoid.
Yes.
Unless he's wearing a wig
Oh
or
my
some
God,
other
the
disguise.
wigs. Frida
Hair
loves a
comes up
wig.
again. I
Oh my
know.
gosh. Okay. Hmm.
Uh, all right. So, okay, that's Kevin. Should I go on?
Yep.
Okay. Later, Bonnie has some plumbing issues in her apartment, so she asks Randy, Gretchen's boyfriend and the apartment handyman, if he can come by and fix it. Randy gives Bonnie the creeps, and low-key, he gives Sydney the creeps too, so Bonnie asks Sydney to come by in the morning so she's not alone with Randy.
Okay, pause.
Sydney, yeah,
Is Tom or Slug Randy?
anything's possible. I think that'd make more sense for Tom to be Randy, actually, or Slug to be Randy, because he's not very attractive.
Yeah.
Okay, I could see that. Yeah, and he kind of like doesn't have much emotion.
Yeah, he's like kind of weird.
Yeah. Oh, I think that's better because I think it's too obvious for Slug and Tom to be the murderers.
So Kevin might just be a red herring.
Could be.
Random. Okay. Now, Randy, the super, he is Slug.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Okay.
He's Slug.
Because he's kind
That's
of creepy.
possible.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I
All
like
right.
that idea.
Let's keep
All
going.
right.
Sorry, I keep interrupting you.
No, this is what we're here for. Okay. Our theories.
Yes.
Okay. Sydney shows up at 8:46 and rings the doorbell, but there's
AM.
no answer. AM. AM. He came over for coffee, rings the doorbell, but there's no answer. Randy shows up a few minutes later, and after some deliberation, they decide to use his master key to open the door and make sure Bonnie is okay. And it turns out she is not. Sydney opens her bedroom door and discovers she has
No.
been brutally murdered on her bed.
Yes.
Oh,
If this
yikes.
was
I
a
Mhm.
Sarah J. Maas novel, she would have been cut to ribbons.
Oh, you're right.
But this is a
Her
Frida
watery
book.
bowels.
Yeah, she would have had watery bowels cut to ribbons, but this is a Frida book, so
Uh,
she was cut to pieces.
I forgot ribbons. Yes.
Yes.
And I really appreciate this about Frida. She did not give any details,
No.
which I like. You
Yes.
just know there's a lot of blood, and that's all the details I need.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Okay. Sydney is shocked and traumatized, but has to stay in the apartment to give a statement to the police. And who's leading the investigation but Jake, Sydney's ex-boyfriend with whom she was pretty serious. Things are a little awkward between Sydney and Jake, but Jake is an excellent investigator and is just the person Sydney would want on the job. Is Jake Tom?
It feels like Tom has to be a doctor based on everything we know about him. I could see Tom trying to become a doctor and then flunking out of med school because he was being a creep.
Right.
And then he
Mm-hmm.
went into the police force
I
where
could see that.
he investigates dead bodies. And
Mm,
he's
yeah.
apparently he has an incredible track record for solving them.
Oh, because he commits them.
because he commits them and he pins them on other people.
Oh, that's interesting. Hmm. Do you think Jake actually kills people?
I don't know.
I could. Okay, what if he's just Tom and he doesn't kill people?
And he's just like really into bodies, so
But
that's
then
why
what about
he's
Jake and Randy? They're just totally. I don't know if both those things can be true. I don't know if Slug could be Randy and Tom is Jake
why not?
because they don't seem to interact with each other at all. Why would they be hiding from each other?
Because they don't want anyone to know they're connected.
But well, that's if one of them's murdering.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if we're still in these two men are in cahoots doing weird things with women and killing them, then you wouldn't want to show that you know each
Right.
other.
Mm-hmm. Well, Randy's described as kind of weird, which makes me think
Yes.
he's not the killer because Frida loves those twists. So I think it makes sense
Yes.
for Jake to be the killer just based off
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
And Randy maybe gives him some insights. I don't know. Randy helps somehow. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. Or maybe just sometimes he helps. Maybe not all the time.
Hmm.
I don't know.
Why why would he want to kill Bonnie? Just for
I don't
fun?
know. Right? That's, yeah. So later we got some more details to uncover, but it does seem,
Maybe maybe all right, let's just say Randy and Jake are together in cahoots. Randy finally has a girlfriend, Gretchen. Bonnie does not like Randy.
mm,
Randy knows this.
oh, yeah.
And he's like, why don't you get rid of Bonnie?
Oh, that's possible.
She dates all these people. I'll unlock the door.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. Uh-huh.
You'll do the deed, and then we'll come back in the morning, and then we'll frame it on
Okay.
somebody else.
That's a great thought. Okay, so their whole MO with murdering people is Slug gets disrespected somehow. They gotta off him.
They're just getting rid of inconvenient people, whomever that may be.
Man, all right. And you think Jake slash Tom would do it?
They're they've been in it since the beginning. This is just their
Yeah,
thing.
I could see that. That would make sense because when Sydney and Tom, no, Sydney and Jake dated, Jake was always at work all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Something was keeping him busy. It could have been just work, but it also could have been some murder.
Murder. Well, and that's
Hmm.
like the perfect type of job to be a
Right.
murderer. You have reasons to
Mm-hmm.
be everywhere,
Right. Oh my gosh, especially crime scenes.
especially crime scenes. Yeah. And you would be able to look through like criminal databases. Maybe what he
Oh,
does
yeah.
is they kill inconvenient people and then he frames people that he think are bad.
Oh, he's doing his own like vigilante
Yeah,
justice system.
it's like a double, a double.
I could see that. Yeah, he frames people who are like, I didn't kill that person, but I did kill someone else.
Yeah, and we couldn't get you for that. So, you know what? We
Right.
needed to get rid of Bonnie and I'm gonna pin you for the murder.
Yeah. Oh, I like that. I think there needs to be some sort of like they're doing it for what they think are the right reasons,
Yeah.
not just for fun. Hmm.
Hmm.
Oh, I think that's a great theory.
I'm
I
liking
think that's
it. I'm
perfect.
liking where
So
we're
then who's
going.
Kevin? Just a red herring and mystery man.
That's what sucks because I really like Tom for Mystery Man. They could just both be red herrings.
Seem to be pretty central parts to the story, though.
Maybe Dr. McHottie is who it gets pinned on. Maybe he did something.
Oh, and is Dr. McCarty the mystery man? I think that could make
Y-
sense.
yes, Dr. McHottie is the Mystery Man. They're one and
Uh-huh.
the same. Dr. McHottie did some kind of offense. Med mal. I don't know, did something wrong or
He
something
turned
that
Jake in med
turned
school.
Jake
That's why he
in.
couldn't.
Yes,
He
something
said, Jake's a
happened.
murderer.
Yeah, and Jake's like, I'll
Jake
show
said,
you the
just you
murderer.
wait.
Just
Yeah.
you wait. Just you wait. And so some offense has been made, some great offense, either to
Mm-hmm.
Jake or Jake knows about. And
Mm-hmm.
so he's like, I'm gonna pin this murder.
I think that's a good one. Yeah, I think you're right. Okay, I
Yeah.
think another detail we're gonna find out is that Bonnie, we don't really get all the details, but something was cut. I think they're gonna remark on like, wow, how expertly, like precisely, amputated she
Oh,
was. Something like that.
yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
They
So it'll make
say
us think it's Tom.
later on we'll find out that they took out a chunk of her hair
Oh yeah. To make wigs to disguise themselves.
or to plant as DNA evidence on someone else.
Oh, that's a really good thought. That's a really good thought. Man, that's risky though, because hair gets everywhere.
Oh my
It's gonna be
God, I
all over
know.
your car.
No one's looking in the police detective's car.
That's
Plus,
true.
even if it's there, something else happened when they were at the crime scene where I was like, if it's either it was Kevin, no, Randy. Randy, I was like, if he murdered Bonnie
Oh, his fingerprints are already all over there.
all over it, and so it
Right.
would
They
make
mentioned that.
sense. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with Jake, potentially. If they find a hair, they find a fingerprint.
Right. I think that's a great theory. And they said Randy had an alibi. He was with Gretchen all night, but it'd be pretty easy. He said he was really busy at work. It'd be pretty easy for him to say, like, oh, I need to go, like, check out something in the apartment. He just lets Jake in real quick.
Yeah.
Pretty easy, I
Yeah.
think.
Go to the bathroom. Right. Or like just leave the key under the mat.
Yeah.
There's a lot of ways.
There's a lot. I think that's a really good theory. Wow. All right. You want me to finish this summary?
No, we already solved it. We're
We
done.
don't even need to finish the book. Readers, let us know how we did. We're done. On to the next one.
Okay, yeah.
I feel good about this though.
I'm liking it. Yeah.
hmm Okay, the last part of the summary. Sydney and Gretchen stay up late drinking wine and remembering Bonnie. Gretchen leaves to stay the night with Randy, so Sydney is left alone. In a moment of desperation, she calls Jake to get an update on the investigation. They don't have a suspect yet, but he divulges this important information. Bonnie's murder closely resembles another murder that happened 18 months ago. Both were young women around the same age, both were on the dating app Cinch, and both were missing a large portion of their hair. Jake tells Sydney to get off Cinch and make sure her door is locked. All right, last part. Sydney, Gretchen, and Randy all go to Bonnie's funeral. Jake is also there, and he tells Sydney to keep an eye out for any suspicious characters, since murderers sometimes like to go to their victims' funerals. Sydney says, as if, but when she turns around, she sees none other than Kevin.
Dun dun dun.
That's where we've ended.
Okay. What do you think about that?
Okay, one thing we haven't talked about is this first person who died 18 months before.
Oh, yeah.
Who would it be? I guess we don't know. Maybe
And
that's
it's,
too abstract to think about right
well,
now.
if it's my theory where Jake is solving these murders because he's doing them, he wouldn't let the first murder go cold for 18 months. He would have pinned it on someone by now.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Or maybe normally he's a very good investigator and he doesn't normally kill people, but in the past 18 months, he and Slug have gotten into some dirty business and now he is doing that. But he's just really good at covering it up. And he's
So
not planning
maybe,
on pinning it.
maybe, maybe him and Slug killed the dad, killed Allison or whoever, one of the girls back in time, never again. Then something comes up. They thought they were done with that life, but now it's come up again.
Mm-hmm. I could see that.
But why would he kill two people. That feels like to be out of the game and then get back in it and then kill two people in 18 months. Like, what could have happened? Who could those people have been that it would make sense for them to feel comfortable?
Unless the other woman had also disrespected Slug. That was one of our theories.
Oh,
Or did,
yes.
yeah, Slug was having issues with someone, so Jake came and
Yeah.
took her off.
Okay, let's go back to the drawing board. Could Mystery Man be the murderer?
Yes. That's who Freida, I think, is making us want to think. That he is Dr. McCarty and he's the murderer.
Okay. Do we think Tom slash Slug are definitely the murderers?
Mm, I don't know. That just seems so obvious.
I
But
know.
yeah, I mean, they're also suspects, I would say. They're still on my list.
Okay, so who do we have? We have Tom, Slug,
We
who
have
could
all the
be,
male characters.
yeah, literally, who could be anyone at this point. They could have new identities.
Mm-hmm.
Leaving that on the table. We have Randy. We have Jake. We have Larry, Lawrence, Kevin.
Larry, Kevin,
Kevin.
Kevin. Yeah.
Okay. Rank who you think is your number one top suspect.
I like our Jake theory. That's my favorite theory. I wasn't thinking that before, but I'm thinking it now.
I
I think
thought you told
before
me
I
that. You told me at the
what?
beginning. I wasn't thinking that.
Oh, yeah, maybe I did. That Tom, yeah, why did I think Tom and Jake were the same? Oh, because they both had the same similar mannerism. They had one thing in common. You're right.
Yes. Yes.
But we came up with a theory of like why they're doing it. And
Yeah.
Slug could be Randy. I don't think Slug's Randy though. I don't think they're that close to each other or in that
Okay.
close of circles.
Okay.
But actually, they didn't really overlap because Randy and Gretchen haven't been dating a super long time, right?
Mm-mm.
And Sydney and Jake broke up a while ago.
Oh,
So
that's
maybe they
right.
actually don't overlap.
Right.
So actually that could still work.
Yeah, because that would make sense. Like if they're trying to keep up the masquerade that they don't know each other, they're not going to be dating two women in the same
Right.
circle.
Best friend group. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah. I could see that. It doesn't seem they're both at the funeral though, and they show no signs of recognition. So,
Right.
which maybe just means they're good at hiding, or it means they're actually not related.
Yeah. Mm.
So, I don't know.
Mm.
All right, so I'll go Jake. Who's your top suspect?
For the killings,
Yeah,
I really like the Jake and Randy is Slug.
I like that. And Jake is
As
Tom.
yeah, I was trying to see is there a way to say I am Tom Voldemort if you
I was, yeah. I reading Tom's things, it felt like we were seeing the making of Voldemort. Tom Riddle. It's like I've always loved blood. I've always loved sharp objects. I don't know why. I had a tough childhood.
Yeah, I know.
I
So I
don't
kept
know.
like trying to look at that. We don't even know his last name.
We don't.
First names only.
Sure.
Hmm.
I don't know. I thought maybe we might, but I don't remember it.
Okay. Any other closing comments?
Um, I don't think so. I guess no, no. I think we hit everything.
Do you
Um,
think Gretchen will die?
ooh, Gretchen, but
Any
she's
more
with
deaths?
potentially Slug. Oh, any more deaths? I think I'll say, what about yes, there's one more death, but it's someone who we don't know.
Hmm.
But I think Sydney's blood thing is gonna come into
Hmm.
effect. And so maybe, oh man, but I hope she's not the victim because I hate reading from the victim's perspective.
Maybe Sydney gets too close to Jake and he's like, I didn't want to do this. I can't
Oh,
kill you. I'm just gonna lock you up in my dungeon.
yeah.
And
Okay,
so
because
she's in the attic. She must get out.
oh no. There's hair again, and there's gonna be another attic.
And he's
It's all the
gonna,
same plot.
yeah, and the pliers. She could
Oh
rip out teeth so she
no.
bleeds everywhere.
Oh, that's awful. That could be. Oh shoot, I had a thought when you said all that. Oh, right. One other detail from the funeral that we haven't mentioned is that Sydney sees Bonnie's mom, and
Oh
Bonnie's
yeah.
mom kind of freaks out at her and is like, "Do you know any details about like who
Yeah.
Bonnie was dating?" And Sydney's like, "I really don't. She never told us his name." And she's like, "Are you kidding?" And her mom's like, "If you and Bonnie had been flipped, Bonnie would have like been working night and day to figure out the mystery to,
Yeah.
get justice." And I think from now on, Sydney's going to be figuring out the mystery. So it could make sense that she starts getting too
Mm-hmm.
close to Jake,
Mm-hmm.
starts sniffing, sniffing too close to the truth.
That's what I
I can
think.
see that. Mm-hmm.
And she gets
All
put
right.
into a dungeon. She's going to a
Oh
dungeon.
my gosh, it done No.
Dungeon.
What
Maybe
about the red tie? They go to a hotel.
her, that's how Jake like lures her in. He's like, let's get back together. Like, I'm sorry, my job, blah 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 blah
Yeah.
blah. And then Randy has like a hidden dungeon in one of his
Oh my
units
gosh.
that he
Workrooms.
supervises. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, I could see that. Oh my gosh.
And he's like, I've
Wow,
soundproofed
that'd be a good
this.
cover. Oh my
You
gosh.
can't get
Honestly,
out.
that's a pretty good. I think we're onto something.
I think we solved it.
I think we did. I
We're
feel good
done.
about this.
I feel pretty good. Okay. So we're gonna read to about 66%. So I don't know
Okay.
how far that is. We're on chapter
I don't know
18,
either.
so probably chapter 36-ish. Somewhere around there.
Yeah, that sounds reasonable.
Sounds good. Gosh, I
Exciting.
can't wait.
But now it's not a thriller. We already know.
Well, yes. Now that we've solved it, now it's my favorite part, which is I was right.
Yeah. We always are, even
We
when we're
always
not.
are. That just means it was written incorrectly. I mean, what can I say?
Yeah.
What can I say? Anything
Of
else?
course. I don't think so. This
Okay.
was fun.
This was so fun. Okay. I love you.
Thanks for potting. Love you too.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.